find the live on here. It's easier for me to read questions
on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Wait a minute. My live ain't. Oh, there it went. Okay. I think I just found it. I think. Well, if there's a way to make that bigger. Pop out chat. Oh, there you go, Josh.
We want to go live so you guys could say happy birthday to John.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Yeah, it's easier to jump on here and say thank you to everybody than try to type it to everybody on social media.
Hey, Kenzie. You want to say hi?
I was going to tell Kirsten to call me.
See if Marlo jumps up here. Lucky, Josh.
Hey, Marlo. What you doing? I got Dookie back here. Dookie, want to say hi?
Marlo, look. See the puppy? No.
Look at the puppy there.
Okay.
You see the puppy?
Kind of. Oh, yeah, keep scooting over.
My dog matches my outfit.
Marlo's just making me hairy. Huh.
Did you guys do anything for your birthday?
Well, I just went and ran around and got my tags and stuff done for my cars. The fun stuff.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Ain't nothing better than going and blowing a whole bunch of money on your
birthday. Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. Took Braxton for a job interview.
Where at?
Can't remember the name of the place. It's where Matt Anthony's used to be.
Oh.
I forget the name of that restaurant now, where the motel and stuff is. Or that's what I was telling Braxton, that I actually worked there when I was, I think it was back in, 95, 96?
Mm-hmm.
I think when I worked there, I was a prep cook.
I remember the days working restaurants.
Yeah.
Hello, mods. Everybody on Patreon. Hello, channel members.
Thank you.
Cecilia.
Thanks, everybody, for the birthday wishes.
Walter Gino Church. Who else we got up in here? Jennifer B.
There's Rebel.
Got Scott. Suzanne. Viva. I feel like I always say her name wrong. It's Viva. I always want to say Viva, but it's Viva.
I pronounce every name wrong.
Yvette.
Do you picture me going down through here and saying every name on here?
No.
I would so butcher every one of them.
Got Jerry and Rebel. Bethany. All of our mods up in here.
Thanks, everybody, for just jumping on for the birthday wishes.
Everybody staying warm today. Like this cold wave kind of hit the entire country. The only good thing about the cold weather is Duke goes out, does his business, and wants to come right back inside.
Oh, yeah, Marlo's only out there for like a minute, and that's it. Oops. Let's see how this works here.
Jerry wants to know, where is your next paranormal investigation?
That's funny. I was getting ready to read
Friday night. Friday night, the new episode is a family haunting we did in Ohio. We actually filmed that right before Christmas. That was like our last family haunting of 2023. And then we did like the Monroe House and the asylum just because we couldn't get into people's homes during the holidays. So it was actually one of the last episodes we filmed in 2023. Pretty good episode. So make sure Friday night, 8 o'clock, you're there to watch it. I'll put up a preview and stuff tomorrow.
That's my birthday wish for you guys all to be there and make sure you share. That's the only wish I have for you guys all to share.
So when Sean blows out his candles tonight, that's going to be his wish.
Kayla got me
Thank you, Lady Thorn.
Thanks, lady. Kayla got me cinnamon roll, which I didn't, not even sure where it's from, but it was really good, but really sweet. Cinnamon roll.
Oh.
I mean, it's a big one, so
Yeah.
to share it, but I already broke into it, but it's really sweet.
Yeah, actually, the next, let's see here. Where was that at? Karen Manby says that I love family haunting episodes. The next several are really good. I just posted a new family haunting on Patreon. I don't know if anybody's watched it on Patreon yet.
Janice, my favorite cake is I really don't have one because I don't really care for cake. But I mean, if I did, I'd rather have like chocolate cake, chocolate icing, or strawberry cake with strawberry icing. I don't like vanilla at all.
Yeah, yellow cake with strawberry icing.
No, strawberry cake with strawberry icing.
Yeah.
Vanilla cake too. That tastes too much to me like vanilla cake. Lisa, a man never tells his age. I think was that Lisa that said that. I may have must read that.
Let's look back here and see. That was Christy.
Oh, Christy. Sorry about that.
You never ask a man his age. Cindy says Sean just turned 28. Are you guys going out to dinner for your birthday?
No, I'm gonna cook homemade pizza.
Yeah.
I like, but I cook it in a cake pan, so it's like this thick. I put,
So that's nasty.
but it's like the dough on the bottom. Then I put hamburger, the sauce, onions, which I did just buy pepper, and then I put the pepperonis and cheese. But
Eugenia?
I did get some banana peppers and olives to put in it. But I messed up. I forgot to get the black olives, so I just got green. So I'll probably do that like just in a quarter of the pan.
I wonder if anybody ever puts like green olives on pizza.
Yeah. Green olives. That's what I'm gonna put in it tonight. They're good.
Diesel says that she makes chocolate mayonnaise cake. That is freaking disgusting.
Chocolate what?
Mayonnaise cake?
I don't even. Well, the mayonnaise is supposed to make it more moist, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a deep dish, I guess, pizza. And then, but I mean, with the hamburger in there and all that, I think it makes it like better. To just go out and get like a deep dish pizza, I don't really care for. I'd rather have thin crust. Cheryl said cherry chip cake with cherry chip icing. Never had it in my life. Actually, I don't even think I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, I'm sure it makes it moist, but just the thought of having mayonnaise in a cake. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, honestly, I'd rather have cheesecake than anything.
We got some new members. Elizabeth been there for 3 months. Jen Dodds, welcome to the official Team Nightmare.
Does anybody have a birthday today other than me? Now, my problem is I don't really care for sweets, but if I do start, it's like hard to stay away from, so I just really stay away from it.
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to watch my weight this winter. I feel like I'm always good in the summertime, maintaining weight, and then wintertime comes and it's like you want to hack on the weight. So I've been trying to, Kenzie and I have been working out every day.
Yolanda, it doesn't matter. Josh, like, hates mayonnaise. Whether you can taste it or anything, if he knows it's in there, he'll probably get sick. So
I don't even let mayonnaise in my refrigerator. Thank
thanks,
you,
Cindy.
Cindy Rogers. Cindy says, I want Sean to make me one of those pizzas.
They don't last long here with the boys. Tammy, tell your son we said happy birthday.
Kenzie's getting ready for a basketball game tonight, so be heading that way here shortly.
You got a long drive for that one.
No, this one's in town.
Oh,
Thank you, Amy Long.
thanks, Amy. Suzanne, what do you? Whoops. It bounces and I lose it. What do you put in it? Cheese, pepperoni.
Thank you, Mary Pilarski.
That's what I was going to say.
Looks like Mary's from Canada, maybe.
But then I just put hamburger and onions on it mostly. I just don't like chopping up the onions.
Kim, she is a cheerleader.
The best dang cheerleader out there, too.
Both of my daughters did cheer all through school and dealing with cheer moms. Sometimes as a cheer dad, you gotta bite your tongue. Sean, Yvonne wants to know, what is your favorite food?
I don't know. I guess just whatever I'm in the mood for at that point in time. I love food, so. I mean, I really like, I guess, pizza and spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
But I really love fish, too, so. Maybe more, it seems like it's hard to go somewhere and get good fish.
Jess Jules was a cheerleader coach for 9 years. It's a lot of work. Yes, it is a lot of work. I will say the coaches and the girls put in a lot of work, a lot of practice.
Yeah, Jerry, I'm wearing the Eloise Asylum sweatshirt.
Thank you, Amy Long. What is the other platform I could watch your stuff? You can check us out on Patreon if you want to get like early access. And then we're also on Amazon Prime. Thank you, Bubbly Flower. It says happy birthday, Sean.
Thank you. We're on Chills too, or is it? Yeah, is it Chills or is that? Am I saying that one right? I think
I know we're on Ghost Flicks in Germany.
maybe that's what I was thinking of. But No, Rocky's good at that one. Rocky can list everything that we're on.
We
I mean,
got new.
it's
This
hard
from
to
Germany. Jen Dodds, have you ever done an investigation in England? No, we have not.
Scott,
Marcella, thank you very much for the
uh,
donation.
Scott said coffee and mayonnaise. But mayonnaise is nasty anyways because you should use Miracle Whip.
So yeah, we got a brand new family haunting coming out Friday night, 8 o'clock. So you guys do not want to miss this episode. It's really good. It's a very sad story with the family. And then I just wrapped up another family haunting we did out in South Carolina. That's up on Patreon. Probably one of the craziest cases we've done. Thank you, Lana L. Y'all have been getting nice shout outs from the other channels this week. Very nice to see. Yes, we definitely appreciate all the positive channels that keep it positive. The negative channels, we don't really pay any attention to. We try to keep a very positive vibe. But
Yeah,
yeah, the episode we did in South Carolina, it's probably one of the craziest cases as far as like legit paranormal activity that we've experienced in a long time. And then, of course, last weekend we did that poltergeist case, which I haven't even started yet, going over anything with that yet. I'll probably start tomorrow.
Sunday, yeah, we've had a couple things happen coming home, but luckily it didn't last too long. So,
Kevin, yeah, we've got a bunch of new equipment we're going to test out. I feel like I just tested some this past weekend. But we got some other equipment we're waiting on to come in. We're going to try out. I feel like we always try to use like different equipment, new equipment. It's just some of the equipment I find like extremely boring.
mm-hmm.
So I usually stick with the stuff that I like. Thank you, Holly Hummingbird.
Yeah, and I think the cases probably last year and this year have like been ramping up for some reason.
Thank you, Dave. Happy birthday, Sean. Enjoy your coffee.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks, Holly.
Yeah, we'll try. I mean, a lot of people, they just see like the equipment because you got to think we're there filming for several hours and we're trying different equipment and seeing because some cases, one piece of equipment may work, another case, other equipment may work. So we try a bunch of different equipment. A lot of times if we're using a piece and we don't get any responses or, nothing happens, it just doesn't make the video. But
Ashley, one of the mods will put our email in here if you just watch out for it there.
like the case last weekend, we were getting like massive EMF spikes. So
Yeah,
the EMF was working like crazy. The case we just did in South Carolina, we weren't getting any EMF in the house. So you're basically just throughout the night, you're testing out different equipment to see what works best for that particular haunting. Thank you, Jen Chadwick. She is a member.
that's what's I think a little crazy. Like while I was using GhostTube this past weekend, while I was sitting at the table and stuff, I wasn't really getting nothing. But when I sat down on the floor by that
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, that's when I started getting, the GhostTube to or whatever was talking to me to start chatting.
Yeah, we did the case in South Carolina, which will be coming out in a couple weeks. We did some testing with the apps because I know that there's a lot of controversy and all that stuff with the apps. But the way I looked at it is we're always skeptical with any equipment. I remember back, when the Spirit Box came out, how skeptical we was of that until the night the investigation in Louisville that kind of we thought, okay, there could be something to this. That's the same thing with the apps. I mean, some of them I find ridiculous and would never use on an investigation, but other ones, like if you compare those to what the hell is that? The Oculus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Oculus has been around how many years now? I mean, a lot of the teams like Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, almost every team was using them at the time. But the thing is, they became so expensive. I mean, you would look if you could find one on the internet, which you'd be hard to find one right now. It's going to cost you over $1,000 to buy one, and it's the same thing. It's got a word bank. It's got X number, several thousand words in it, and then it just randomly spits out these words. And look at the apps as more of a consumer friendly version of that. I will say one thing: what we do is when you download the app or you go in to start the app, it'll ask for access, your webcam or your phone camera. It'll ask access for your microphone. And then we always just deny the access to the microphone.
Yeah, just shut that stuff off.
Thank you, Annette, Nicholas.
Thanks, Ola.
I think the only time we allow them to have access to our camera is like if you're using the Ghost Tube camera.
Like the ghosts here.
Yeah.
I let access to that so that way I can record when I'm doing it. But when you're using the other apps, there's really no sense to record it because our mics are going to pick it up, better than anything.
And you'll see with this next episode, I used a completely different method with the apps to rule out any of the controversy with those. And the results are going to surprise you. So definitely excited to get that episode out. Thank you, Athub Moham. I think I butchered the shit out of his name. Hi, Josh and Sean. I'm from Dubai. I spend most of my free time watching your content. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. I do apologize if I butchered your name. Yeah, we did a lot of experimenting with the apps and all that stuff. Like I said, there's some that we find completely ridiculous and we would never use, like the Ghost Radar and things like that. But with the other ones, I mean, literally, you can't. They'll have a word bank. You can't dictate when those words come across, what words come across at any given time. So sometimes you use. I mean, we've had cases where it's been like you're literally sitting there having a conversation with the spirit. And then we've had other cases where we've tried using them. You don't get any responses, or the stuff that comes across makes zero sense. So, I mean, really, they're about the same as any other equipment. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
What I like is the cases that we've had where, like, say if I was using Ghost Tube and I was getting names or getting certain things, and then Josh and say he would use the SB7 or, well, not so much the SB7. What's that one you use? Spirit Talker, and gets similar stuff to what I'm getting. To me, how could you disprove of that? I mean, when you're using two different apps.
And you got to think, too, there's no specific piece of equipment out there that legitimately says 100% you're communicating with the ghost. I mean, obviously, if you catch one on video or camera, that's your best bet always. That's always your main goal. But I mean, everything is just, you look at it more as like, this is stuff that we just can't explain. This is something that's not normal. Like the house with the high EMF. Like I'm getting like the highest EMF we've ever recorded in this house when all this activity's taking place. 2 hours later, I do another EMF sweep and it's flatline, complete zeros throughout the house.
Yeah.
I mean, that stuff you can't explain. How did you go from having the highest EMF readings you've ever seen to having no EMF at all?
And that was through the whole house.
Yeah. Thank you, Amy Long. How do you become a member of Team Nightmare? Love you guys. If you click down underneath this video, there's a little join button right next to the Paranormal Nightmare title.
Hi, Heather.
You can click that and join. We do appreciate everybody that's on Patreon and all of our channel members. So we want to say thank you all for helping support our channel and us going out and helping these families all across the country. And I know the families greatly appreciate it as well. So yeah, I mean, you guys, anybody, you can download, and I've downloaded different apps and stuff and tried using them. Um, like I said, some of them are very corny, and I would never take them into a serious investigation. And then other ones, we feel it adds to the investigation. And I feel like if you were going to try to debunk stuff, I mean, in theory, you could go out and just debunk everything that anybody experienced. And I think those channels are geared more towards skeptics. Thank you, Wanda Rawlings. Thank you, Jennifer Jackson, for your Taco Bell. You guys rock. Taco Bell does sound good. May Hendricks.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Taco Bell. But I don't know, it's cold out, so that's why I just decided to just stay home. I guess the worst thing to go out to eat, get your belly full, and then walk back out in the freezing cold.
Kinsey, what time you got to be up there?
By 5:30.
About 5:30.
Yeah, but I think
Jennifer, is there anywhere that scared you so much that you will not return? For me, no. What about you, Josh?
No, not that I wouldn't. I mean, I feel like the ones that are the scariest are the ones we would more likely go back to. We've done cases that were just, good cases to do and good experiences, but you don't really have that activity that would bring you back. So I'd say if I was going to not go to a place, it would be because of the lack of activity versus the amount of activity. What was your worst case? I would say Cheryl's case, as far as like a family haunting, would be one of our worst.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Alone at the Monroe house.
yeah, alone at the Monroe house is always scary. I feel like we should go back to the Monroe house, all three of us together, and do another investigation sometime.
Yeah.
You guys want to see us all three go back to the Monroe house? Give a thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely go back.
Carolyn said that she received her shirt and she loves them.
Make sure you make sure to send Rocky a picture of you wearing it.
Yeah, anybody that's got any of our merch and you want to send a picture and we could post that on our social media, just shoot us an email with a picture and we'll share that along with our social media. Sean, Shelly wants to know what kind of coffee you're drinking. Don't tell me Folgers.
No, Maxi.
Maxwell House. That's what I've got, Maxwell.
Yeah, it's just black coffee. No, I don't remember. The only time I buy Folgers is if they would be out of Maxwell House.
Don wants to know what your weather's doing. My brother is in Michigan and iced in. Well, hopefully your brother gets iced out soon and everybody's okay up in Michigan. We got a little bit of snow in Ohio. It's just the temperatures are so cold.
Yeah, kids didn't have school today. They got a snow day, which I don't think they like my street over here because they haven't salted it or anything yet. All the streets around me, they have.
Thank you, Earth Princess. Says happy birthday, Sean.
Thanks, Princess. I drank. Carolyn said, I drank donut shop coffee.
We'll get out to the west and do some meet and greets. I feel like we've never done a meet and greet out west. Maybe like Peoria, Illinois was like our furthest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if Illinois is considered west, out west. They're probably more East Coast. Yeah, I seen Maggie that down in Gatlinburg and what the hell's up, Morristown. That area got a shit ton of snow. I think some guy posted they got like 8 inches in Morristown.
Holy crap.
I feel like up north here, it's no big deal if you get 8 inches overnight, but you start heading down south where they're not used to it with the equipment and stuff. It probably causes a huge mess. Yeah, we've been to Newcastle, Indiana multiple times.
Tasha, I'm not for sure. I don't think there's really any story behind Braxton's name. Oops.
Cindy says she lives in Morristown, got 8 to 9 inches. Supposed to get more. But you guys be safe. I feel like down there the sun would melt it off fairly fast, but maybe not.
RR says, I grind my own Starbucks beans, Morristown, Tennessee.
Jen wants to know if there's anywhere we would like to go back to investigate. Pennhurst would be the one that I want to get back to investigate.
Yeah, which we've kind of talked about that, so.
Thank you, Dr. Scotty. How do you guys like doing the collaboration with other hunters? We don't do, if you've followed us for like any certain amount of time, we do very few collaborations with anybody. We like to just, we typically do like the family huntings, so that keeps us busy throughout the year. And that's what our main passion is and what we enjoy doing as far as the paranormal. So we don't really do a whole lot of collaborating. If I did, I would like to do some more with like, because there's teams all over the country that go out and do family hauntings. So maybe just work with some of those teams that work with families and see how they do things and how they handle things would be neat.
Randy said, y'all need to go to Whispers Estate, Indiana.
We've been to Whispers Estate. It's a pretty good place to investigate.
Yeah.
That's the one with the mirror room.
It's where Josh played with a Ouija board.
I didn't technically play with the Ouija board.
Close enough. If you touch it, you play with it.
Hopefully, we'll be coming back to North Carolina soon. Nadine, I've never heard of that place. I feel like I want to go to the Conjuring House too. That would be it.
Yeah. I did see a post today about Franklin Castles letting people in for the overnight.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if that was true or not. I don't know if anybody on here knows anything about the Franklin Castle in Michigan, or I mean, not Michigan, in Ohio.
That's up near Cleveland.
Yeah, it's in Cleveland.
Misty, we've been by Trans-Allegheny. We've never investigated there. Back when we thought about it, we just could not afford to go to Trans-Allegheny. It's probably like the upper echelon of price points for places you can investigate. We have been to Gettysburg. We did investigate in Gettysburg, so that was fun. That's on our old channel.
I'd like to go back there.
Yeah, Gettysburg's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I had one of my coolest paranormal experiences, was in Gettysburg. Lord, I feel like that was back in like 2009, 2010, something like that. We have done a lot of investigating up in Chicago.
Cynthia, if I'm not sure if you need help with a paranormal case or what, but just email us. She said, "How can I get in touch with you? I want to pay for paranormal."
Jet, we don't know how, Emily. Actually, I was just looking at that case the other day, so it's funny that you mentioned that. I wanted to try to figure out how I could reach out to the family. We stayed in contact with them for a little while, and then we kind of just lost touch. I was thinking about even putting that episode up on the Paranormal Nightmare channel. I might do that. What I should do is upload it, see if they try to copyright us, and then go from there. That's a pretty good, I mean, that was several years ago. That's a pretty good case.
What case was it?
Emily's Closet.
Oh.
It's a pretty sad case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you guys want to see that, I'll try to get that up on YouTube. It's one of our older cases, but it's a pretty, very, 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 very sad case.
I'm pretty sure I put something on TikTok about that case.
I'll have to look and see.
If not mistaken. Yeah, that was.
Ratchwin09. It's my birthday next week. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We have been to Hamilton, Ohio several times. We're not that far from Hamilton.
But yeah, if you guys are having paranormal experiences in your house or something, make sure you email us, or if you got a family member or friend, give them our email.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'll post the preview for Friday night's family haunting. And then if you guys would please just share it on your social media and kind of spread the word. It's a really, really, really good family haunting case. Yeah, the Warren Museum would be another one on my bucket list to get in and investigate. I just don't know how we would investigate, because I don't think that place is very big, is it?
I don't know.
The one thing about us is we have to constantly be on the move. Like, we can't like stay put very long, so we kind of need a bigger location to move around in. Yeah, you guys will definitely like this episode coming out Friday night. Really good. Great family.
Like Josh said, it's over on Patreon, so you can see all the videos early if you head over there.
Jennifer said the Warren Museum is not that big. I feel like locations like that, the only time we do locations like that is if we need a break from like family hauntings, or maybe that weekend we don't have a family haunting scheduled. So it's still fun for us to get out and investigate places like that. But what we like with the family hauntings is you're searching for an outcome. You're searching for answers, and you're trying to help the family. So there's a goal at the end of it. When you go into some of these other places, just it's fun to have those experiences and document the activity that you get. But ultimately, you just pack your stuff up and leave. So there's really no
Hmm.
goal, which is nice when you need a break from. Because family hauntings are extremely stressful. There's a lot of weight on your shoulders, and
So I like doing like big old abandoned hospitals and stuff.
yeah,
I think that's why, like Randolph is so much fun going there because it is so big.
I love Randolph. Randolph County Asylum. I'll put that up in a couple weeks. I just want to get a family haunting out there for you guys. I know you've been missing that. Thank you, Cindy Rogers. Check out Bolivar State Hospital between Memphis and Jackson, Tennessee. Old asylum, very haunted.
And Ellen Eloise Asylum.
Thank you, Robin. Please email me about that. We are going to be working on some Chasing Evil. Obviously, now we're going to have to wait till springtime gets here. It's just hard doing any searches in the middle of the winter time. We've made that mistake before. It gets to be too cold for the dogs and searching through the snow and all that stuff. So,
Joe White, where's Ghost Town at? Oh, that's why I really like going to abandoned towns. Now, I felt bad for it all, but the people, but I really do like going to them.
Jat said they watched our old Penhurst. That was like an old case. We shot that on many cassette tapes. That was before SD cards came out.
Yeah,
Thank you, Maria Connolly. Says happy birthday, Sean. And
thank you.
actually, about 3 weeks before we were going to go up and film at Penhurst, a lot of our equipment got stolen. So we had to jump on eBay and find equipment as cheap as possible, and then head up to Penhurst.
Joyce, do you have a PO box? Yeah, it's one of the mods will put that up for you.
Cynthia, yes, we have. We were actually at their house last weekend. I'm going to start editing that episode tomorrow, going over everything.
Thanks, Cheryl. She said I just ordered a hoodie. Can't wait to get it.
Rebecca, welcome to the channel membership.
Anubis, yeah, that's never fun when your equipment gets stolen.
No. Equipment gets stolen, and I think like back then, we had like the world's crappiest equipment, cameras, everything.
But it was good for us, so.
Yeah, I think it's good to learn that way because you work 9 to 5 all week. To buy new equipment, any extra money you have that doesn't go towards your family and your bills and stuff, and then you really appreciate the equipment and stuff back then, and all of our long nights sleeping in truck stops trying to fit 3 guys in a vehicle to sleep comfortably, and
Mm-hmm.
we'd wake up like every 2 hours and turn the car on so we could get heat, especially like in the middle of the winter time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lori Beach. Happy birthday to both of you. You're going to be in Fredericksburg, Virginia area anytime soon in the near future. I feel like we will be in Lynchburg, Virginia sometime soon.
Thanks.
What's that?
I was saying thank you, Lori. And from the Philippines.
Italy. Nope, we are not twins. We are actually 16 months apart.
And what we just filmed this past weekend, you guys, if you, after this is over, you can watch part of that on the live where Josh was sitting in there with the homeowner.
Nadine, I'm not for sure. I may have.
Stacy, I was definitely not brave at the Murrow house. Y'all don't understand how scared I was there. I mean, I was so terrified. But if I found a place to sit down, because you'll find that I sit down a lot. So if I sit down in one spot, it didn't seem as bad. But there at the end, when I was laying in bed, and I don't know what banged out there, sounded like, somebody either slammed something or a door shut hard. That was bad for me.
Thank you, Laurel Smith. Yeah, like I typically don't get like overly scared. I mean, you have scary experiences, but the Monroe house is like legit scary. I mean, anybody that's been there knows how scary that place is. Josh is not the youngest. I'm the middle child.
Rocky's the youngest.
Yeah, we'll have to get some more bracelets. I feel like we gave out all of our Paranormal Nightmare bracelets.
They really wasn't the best ones.
Now we'll get some good ones, and
Josh just won't have me order them. I totally messed up last time I ordered, and I think we ordered like 200 of them.
we want to give a special shout out to Chelsea Clark from Clark Paranormal Pursuit. Hello, Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Yep, everybody just jumping on here. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Not much longer, it'll be over.
Joe White, I don't think we'll ever get Rocky to do a solo by himself. That's the thing. I think Rocky always comes across as like everybody thinks he's like the calmest and the bravest. But I think Rocky would get more scared than Sean would in that situation. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah, especially in the Moreau house. It's different. It's a little different when we're all three there and then we do our little solo thing. Because you're only in there for, an hour or so or two or whatever by yourself. But when you go into like the Moreau house or something like that, and you're going to be in there for 10 hours or more by yourself, there's a lot that can happen.
That's
And
what I was thinking when I crawled back in that damn hole by myself.
yeah,
I'm like, you get no freaking cell service. I didn't even know if I had my cell phone on me if I crawled back in that hole.
you probably didn't.
I'm thinking if something happens, this is like the worst spot in the world to be inside this house.
But my thing was about the ladder. If that ladder falls over, how am I going to get out of it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the
Thank
biggest
you,
hole,
Bethany.
but it's not the biggest hole to climb in and out of.
No.
Yes, Bethany, they look like hair ties. They wasn't very big.
Thank you, Angela. Happy birthday, Sean. I hope you have a wonderful day. And Josh, don't send him to the basement or a house alone today. Be nice to your brother. We won't today. Can't promise we won't this weekend, but
Oh, I'm sure we will this weekend.
Thank you, James. The haunted location, I imagine, are not as bad as unknown forces in people's homes. That last investigation with the demonic chair, I can only imagine the vibes in that home. Yes, that home was, despite what people think about the family and their experiences, there are things that we experienced inside that house that there's no explanation for. And that's the stuff that we're looking for. I mean, like with the family hauntings, a lot of times, they have so many questions and they're asking us to come in and see what we can document and help them find answers. So, I mean, we approach every case as a skeptic. I think we do. Don't
Hmm.
you, Sean?
Oh yeah.
And we'll even like on our way to locations, we'll talk about, and then we'll try to, basically just go into every case as a skeptic, um, and have an open mind. But we also want to give the investigation a fair shot because you listen to the families, and we're only in the house a brief time. They live there 24/7. Thank you, Tyla, sending love from South Africa, which we've always been that way. A lot of times, if it sounds too good to be true, it typically is. But there's other cases that I've kind of like pushed off to the side just because they didn't sound like super interesting to me. And I thought, well, we'll focus on these other family hauntings that sound more like they need help more. And then when we get time, we'll go do those other investigations. You all right, Sean?
My phone fell.
Oh. And turns out that those investigations that we've kind of pushed off to the side were some of our best investigations. So we've definitely gotten a lot better at picking and choosing where we go. Typically, we try to obviously focus on family hauntings, and if there's children involved,
Yeah.
and then if we feel that the haunting has gotten to a point where it could be dangerous for the family, those are the ones we try to get into ASAP. So there is a method to our madness. You get it all figured out over there?
Not really. I thought we was good, but no. Sometimes because I'm using mount. I need to get a better mount. So
Yeah.
here.
We should buy better mounts. That's
Yeah.
our problem is we're just so cheap. We're using shit that we had 10 years ago.
Oh,
I'm
the
sure
thing
there's better mounts out there nowadays.
after the money I just spent today on just buying stickers for cars, you got to be cheap in this world. Let's see here. I should have just started screaming and took off running when the phone fell.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody would have been like, Sean's birthday's over.
That's what I say, Natasha. If it ain't broke, just keep using it. You should see how much of our shit's got like duct tape on it and stuff.
No, my kids, if you guys see a shadow or something, my kids just walked by. I think my son went out to get cereal.
I was watching Ghost Adventures a week or so ago. Sometimes, like on the weekends, like Sunday morning, I'll get up and watch Ghost Adventures and drink coffee and stuff. And I noticed they had like duct tape on some of their equipment. I was thinking, well, that looks a lot like our equipment.
Mm-hmm.
If you find a good piece of equipment that you really like and it's hard to replace, I mean, you use it until you can't use it no more. It is 10 p.m. in the UK right now. Do you guys ever get scared of being possessed by a demon? There's always a worry that you'll have an attachment. I don't worry so much about being possessed because I don't think we really open ourselves up like that. We're pretty careful, but definitely attachments are always a worry.
If you do get possessed, you get it on film, right?
That's the weird thing is it's like cases that you wouldn't expect to affect you as much after you leave affect you the worst, and the cases where you think you would definitely have 100% attachment, nothing ever happens to you after you leave. So it's just like weird.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'm paying attention. Thank you, Shannon.
I don't really watch too much, Shannon.
How do you get an attachment? Stacy, I don't know exactly how that works. Um, I just know from experiences, we've probably done, I would say, over 2,000 family hauntings over the years. And maybe 10 to 15 of those, we've had like attachments or stuff happen after we left there.
Dennis, yeah, occasionally we will have stuff happen when we come home, but it's not too often.
Terry wants to know, do you three hang out when you're not investigating? No. That's our away time from each other.
We're not allowed to be at Josh's house whatsoever. No, we just, I mean, we do occasionally. It just depends on what we're doing.
Yeah, because a lot of times we're not on the road and, we're home. It's, doing stuff with our kids, doing stuff around the house, all the normal mowing grass, clean. I mopped floors the other day. So run the vacuum, do laundry, all
Uh,
that man
I'll
stuff.
have to leave here soon.
Okay.
No, so you fill my water. So
You can fill it up.
it's gonna be low.
Okay.
everybody to see her outfit.
Kenzie's telling me I got to get ready to go. So I just want to say hi to everybody. Wish Sean a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Kirsten, if you're watching, happy birthday to you. My oldest daughter and Sean's birthday is on the exact same day. So
Happy
you guys,
birthday, Kirsten.
I was actually FaceTiming with Kirsten at 4:30 this morning. So I got to talk to her and say happy birthday. And we did cake this past weekend.
I texted her at midnight to tell her happy birthday.
So anyhow, thank you guys. Don't forget Friday night, 8 p.m. So I'm gonna see. I mean, if you want to stay on the live, you can. I think I can leave.
No, it'll pop me off, but that's okay because I need to go and start cooking getting that pizza ready and stuff. So,
Okay. Thank you, Share Bear.
but thank you all for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it, and I will probably try to go later on tonight. I'm gonna try to go live on TikTok. So, if you guys are not following me on TikTok, head over to TikTok and click that follow button. And then I'll go live on there because I want to thank everybody over there for the birthday wishes too. So be sure to head over there.
Don't forget, Friday night, 8 o'clock. You will not want to miss this episode.
Yeah.
So thank you all. Everybody have a great night. I've got to get my daughter to the basketball game. Sean, have a happy birthday. Enjoy your pizza. I'll see you this weekend.
All right. Bye. Take care, everybody. Thank you.